The Association of Latin American Students are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month and held a whole week of activities on September the 14th. With the procedures in place here at Benedictine, ALAS had everyone participate virtually on Zoom. The events that took place varied from Kahoot to a virtual lottery to students being able to submit items that they felt expressed their culture. They even had a guest speaker who helped answer questions and shared her story about being a minority. The club had a great turnout, and we're excited to celebrate this week with many different students that attend Benedictine. I, the Eagles' Jenny Puchacz, talked with some members of ALAS to discuss Hispanic heritage and their feelings about the club.
Hello, my name is Jenny Puchacz. I'm here for Eye of the Eagle, and I'm joined here with Natalie Figueroa, Jennifer Castaneda, and Andy Garcia, and they are all part of the Association of Latin American Students here at Benedictine University. So we did see that you guys just held a Hispanic Heritage Week. So I wanted to start by asking how that went and like kind of the events you guys held.
So yeah, we had a whole week dedicated, our heritage. It is a whole month that Hispanic Heritage is celebrated, but we wanted to have a week where we could have like events each day just to our peers of what we're all about. So yeah, we had like multiple like games, and we had really good participation. Of course, it had to be all through Zoom. We were able to manage. We appreciated everyone who came out. We did Kahoot the first day, which was a really big learning experience for everyone. I mean, I'm Mexican, so I can only go so far with my knowledge. So it was really nice to learn about different cultures and like their type of like fun facts and like their history. So that was nice. And then we did the next day, we did like, it's Hispanic bingo. It's fun. I mean, it's a fast game. You just we had a lot of, everyone was really involved with that when it wasn't just Hispanic. So it was really nice to like show them the different types of games we have, and it was just really nice. It was a little socializing experience that we don't really get to have right now. So it was nice. And then Wednesday we had a speaker. Natalie, I don't know if you want to expand more on that.
Yeah, so Wednesday we had a speaker. We had Dr. Vanessa Nepomuceno. She has a PhD in microbiology and is working educating medical students too. And our talk was so she talked about her journey, her academic journey, as well as her workforce journey. And then she gave words of like advice to the students. We also touch on how it is to be Hispanic, women, like a minority in every basis in the workforce. And although it was more directly to STEM students, she also gave advice to just in general. That event had a really good turnout. We had Hispanic students, and as well as we had other racial students. So it was one of the events that I think had the like most people in it. Lots of great questions. I think it was a great learning experience for all the students that joined. And yeah, so that was for Wednesday.
For that one, BSU actually kind of joined in on that. So it was really nice to see that participation, because they got their answers, from Dr. Vanessa, because she is a Black woman, but she is Latina. So they have someone that we could see in that world, because for a lot of us, we don't see those people in positions like hers. So she kind of wanted to be that person for us, because she'd never had that person in her life. So it was nice.
Did you guys each have like a favorite event of the week that you guys held?
Hands down, I think, well, aside from the speaker, it was really interesting, and I definitely kind of like saw eye to eye in certain things. But I think the Loteria and like the Kahoot games were definitely something that kind of like made everybody join us, something that they kind of are familiarized with, even though like we're not even face to face. they had time, and we were like able to like do it on Zoom, where like we're kind of interacting, even though we're like not really physically there.
Um, and then with all the procedures that we're having to follow with like COVID and stuff, have you guys found it harder to plan stuff out for the association, or do you have to like obviously make changes of like how you guys meet or like what you guys can plan and not plan?
Yeah, so we're all a new board of ALAS. I've been a member of ALAS since my freshman year, but being on the board is different. I mean, we have to plan everything out, and it's everything's new. You know, it's a whole learning experience for not only just the students, but also the club board. We're trying to make this work, trying to get like the most participation, try to see what is kind of exciting, you know, because everything does have to be virtual. You know, so it has been difficult, especially since we're kind of like one of the first clubs to have like their events. We're the first ones, so we're kind of like testing the waters, and we didn't have like that example to like follow, like, oh, SASA or BSU, you know, those other ones where we can be like, oh, that's a good idea. I have seen clubs reaching out to us like, oh, they're doing a Kahoot too. So it's nice that we kind of like open those gates up for like, you know, the student body to what it's going to be like going on from now.
And then with having like the changes and stuff, I know you guys mentioned that for some of the events during the Heritage Week, you guys had a good turnout. Have you noticed that since everything is virtual, has it been harder to either have meetings or have people come to the events you held, or were you guys kind of surprised that a decent amount of people joined in?
For that one, I think even though it's difficult, I personally, and I think the other guys can agree, we did have a lot, like even in our Eagle Stop meeting, we were surprised with the amount of people that actually showed up to the meeting and were eager to join, and were very excited about what activities to come, and were very like open to sharing opinions and all that stuff. So for me, and I think Jenny and Andy can agree that we have seen that people actually starting to show up.
Awesome. And then one last thing, for each of you, since you joined the association, was there any particular reasons you guys joined, or was it just kind of to be able to like meet more people?
For me, I know my freshman year it got like revived, I like to say, because I don't think it was around before that. And for me, it was really nice to have a group of students that may have been going through the same struggles that I have, right? Because at our school, we are such a small percentage. So it was nice to like join like all the familiar faces, and then you make good friends. Like I'm still friends with some of the people I made then through that club. So it was really nice experience. And now I feel like I kind of wanted to be a resource to these individuals, these new transferring students, freshmen, you know, because we were once in their shoes. And I know right now through virtual, we have the upper hand because we did have Benedictine in person at one time. So just advice like that. I didn't want that and I didn't want ALAS to go away after this year because we are a new board and we took lead again. So yeah, for me.
I also agree with Jenny, just the fact that you can have people which you can relate to. I think that's a big part. And I also wanted to join just because when you're in a club, especially like in a school club, you have more resources to reach out to the community, especially, well, our target community will be the Hispanic, Latino community. And I feel that it gives you a lot of empowerment to be able to reach out to these communities and help them even with whatever you can do.
Same here. Basically, since we should have such a low representation in school for Hispanics, just having a little something to put our voice out there and to say like, hey, we're here. We're having some struggles, although some of them are not going to be the same as you guys, but we do have some similarities.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the information and sharing all your thoughts and letting us know how that Heritage Week went. And I look forward to seeing what else or what, oh God, I can't talk, what kind of events you guys hold going on through the rest of the year. I know it's going to be a bit different, but it'll be exciting to see what other ideas you guys will come up with. So thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to be having events to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, so definitely look out for that. We're just trying to get everything, again, because everything's so new, we're trying to get everyone on board with this whole virtual thing. So it's a little bit more difficult than in person, you know. In Kinlan Hall, we could reach so many students, you know, but through here, it's a little harder.